So just getting ready for the Spec A final, just getting these cars round to the grid. And it looks like there's been a problem from somebody. I'll just get you a rundown of the grid. So pole position is going to be Andy Murray, second Matt Varra, third Andrew Knapp, fourth Max Mackler, fifth Jeff Dager, sixth Ben Vincent, seventh Oliver Butnick, eighth Brian Wynn, ninth Morgan Williams, and 10th is Matt Lax. And it looks like car 8 is the one with the problem.
You are with RC Racing TV at the IFMAR 12th LMP World Championships in Milton Keynes in the UK, in a massive shopping centre. We've got a big open area outside John Lewis. Got a big crowd of people hanging outside. Now the shops are open and we're just about to go into our A final spec in 5 seconds.
So off and away we go for the A final spec, led off from poleman Andy Murray. Nice tidy start for most of them there. Someone just getting out of line at the back of the field, but the leader's coming through.
Yeah, 1, 2 and 3 as he started. Lovely little start there. Andy Murray nice and clean on the opening lap. Oh, there's a little mistakes between 2 and 3, so I think they've swapped rounds.
Matt Varra having a mistake there. So
go.
Andrew Knapp promoted up to second, Matt Varra third, and as we saw yesterday, it was between Andy Murray and Matt Varra with the fastest cars here going for TQ. So Matt Varra got a fast car underneath him, but he's got that Andrew Knapp car ahead of him. So he's got to get through past that car. Andy Murray's going to do all he can now to get the hammer down and pull away while he's got the chance at the sharp end of this A final. And first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all pretty much getting away. So
yeah, there's a position change down here. So if we drop back to second and third, they're on the main straight now going into turn 1.
Yeah, Matt Varra
We've
is
had
through.
a position change there, number 2. Number 2 car going up the inside in the chicane complex in front of us.
As we were saying, he's got a fast car underneath him and he's already got his way through. So Andy Murray not had much chance to get the hammer down and pull away.
It's a second at the minute. It's actually 0.999 of a second. This time around, it is just under 0.973 of a second.
So they're lapping on 13.0 last time through. We'll keep an eye on the lap times as they go. Only just a minute and a half into this race. So A final spec on track. Andy Murray goes underneath us now. Matt Varra, Andrew Knapp.
He's pulling hundredths of a second, so it is a very slightly smaller gap than it was before. Again, it's just hundredths of a second. It's not a tenth, but it is getting smaller between first and second. We're following the second car at the minute of Matthew Varra.
And your closest race at the minute is probably third place man Andrew Knapp. Got Jeff Dager closing in on him. And as I say, that's a small mistake from Matt Varra. So end of the straight, we've got him, car number 2. Just tapped the barrier there, so you've got to watch it because Andrew Knapp and Jeff Dager giving chase. And there's a mistake
it was a mistake for the car 3.
Jeff, I think it was.
Car 3 it was.
Andrew Knapp,
yeah,
sorry.
Andrew Knapp.
So Andy Murray leads them round from Matt Varra. Jeff Dager now from 5th on the grid up to 3rd. And then Andrew Knapp back to 4th. Matt Lax from 10th on the grid all the way up to 5th. So we'll keep an eye on his progression. But looking on camera, we've got
the gap
Matt
at the
Varra.
front. Yeah, Andy Murray and Matthew Varra a little bit more spaced. 1.2 seconds now. It's not the second that he had before. So
probably want to drop back to the end of the straight to the white, pink, and grey car. There they are. So just keep an eye on those cars. I think that's Matt Lax coming through for possibly 4th. And the ones we've got on camera now are 5th and 6th. That's the closest battle on the track. So the white, green and blue car as we're watching.
Ooh, a big mistake for car 9 there, right up in front of us.
Yeah, one of the back markers. And
so Andy Murray's coming up to him actually, so hopefully he gets out the way in a second. The gap up the front is getting under a second now actually. Just so maybe Varra coming back at Andy Murray at this midpoint in the race.
We were just watching the leaders off camera there, just watching the gaps when big crash there from the car on camera. So we'll just keep an eye. So we're looking Andy Murray and Matt Varra still lapping the same sort of pace. So here's the leader coming past us now onto the straight. White, green and red end of the straight.
Back one. There you go. Got him in shot now, yep. That's Andy Murray.
That's Andy Murray, the leader. And 13.1 last time through, 13.3 for Matt Varra, so they got 1.3.
He's doing enough to stay out the way at the minute, isn't he?
He's doing exactly what he needs to do, just keep it in the middle of the track. And he's coming through traffic.
Not far behind. We have got second and third coming through as well, though.
And we're still only just gone half race distance in this one. So Andy Murray is the leader.
Okay, the gap is still getting bigger, so Andy Murray is definitely still
drop back another car because Matt Varra being caught by Jeff Dager, so it's the white, pink and black car in front of the driver's stand now. Coming through the middle and coming underneath us now, that's the one. He's running in second. And he's got to watch out because third and fourth are closing in on him, so Jeff Dager, car behind with the white, yellow and blue car. So keep an eye on him with 3 minutes to run. Andy Murray, Matt Varra, Jeff Dager, Oliver Butnick now up to fourth. So we'll just see where the close ones are on the track. So yeah, second and third are the close ones. So keeping an eye on this one with Matt Varra. And the car coming up behind him next. So we're following him on camera. Down the straight they go. That's the battle on for second and third in this Stock A final. Huge mistake there from third place man, so not sure what happened there, but certainly dropped him way down the order, so pressure off Matt Varra. So 2 minutes to go, Matt Varra going to show all his attention to Andy Murray in the lead of this one. We'll keep an eye on the gap. 1.1 seconds the gap between first and second. So
yeah, final 2 minutes now, so hopefully he'll start to put the hammer down a little bit just to put him under pressure, see if we can get a mistake from Andy Murray. It's actually looking quite visibly closer on track this time around, actually, so the gap has come down a couple of tenths over the last few laps. We're down to 1.2 on the last one.
I think this lap for Matt Varra might be pretty quick if we keep an eye on it. 13.2 for Murray and a 12.9.
It is, it's down 2 tenths, so it's a second. So if we pick up our leader on the main straight now, he's the second of the cars there.
One car, end of the straight it's going to be.
Okay, he's just passing race control. He is sort of white, green, orange into LG. He's not the one with the pink band around the middle. Yeah, we've got him on screen. Fantastic. So I think in the final minute and a half we'll stay with him because Matt Varra was on a bit of a move, but he's dropped back a little bit, 1.5 seconds. So he must have had a little mistake or traffic somewhere. Just make sure Andy Murray makes it through the traffic he has in front of him in the final 60 seconds almost.
So it's 1.5 seconds. It's pretty much the length of the straight. The lead for Andy Murray over Matt Varra at the sharp end. Jeff Dager still doing a solid run there from fifth on the grid, running in third. So we keep an eye on this gap at the sharp end. Matt Varra takes another couple of tenths out of Andy Murray. 13.3 for Murray, 13.0 for Matt Varra.
Yeah,
so
the gap's come back the other way, and that's over one lap as well. So he had a little bit of traffic to negotiate, but he's got 45 seconds, so he's pretty clean at the minute. Hasn't hit to clip the barrier, so he should be okay, but he is still coming back at him. It's 0.9 of a second now, first to second, final 30 seconds. Oh, I thought that was a mistake from Andy then. I couldn't see that. I know I was looking at second place man, but 30 seconds to go. So Matt Varra is 1.1 seconds, so he did lose a little bit of time trying to pass that traffic in there, but he's still on it. They're still on the main straight together. It's less than half a straight, actually.
He's certainly closing up, so I think Andy Murray just...
It was 1.1 last time around. It is 7 tenths of a second this time around, so he's really reeling him in now. 10 seconds to go. They'll have this lap and the next one.
This lap and one more to go, and Matt Varra certainly
closing
all the time, isn't he?
It's coming back at him.
3 seconds are going through, but this will be the final lap
it's half a second.
Spec. Andy Murray just got to keep it going
round.
Keep
it clean. Oh, there's a mistake from Matt Varra.
Taps the pipe, so that could be the breathing space Murray was needing.
Here
he comes round to the line, taking leg number 1 in Spec. Andy Murray.
Superb, everybody erupts with applause. Very good, Andy Murray taking the A final first leg. Followed by Matt Varra and Jeff Dager.
From the crowd, so Andy Murray, Matt Varra and Jeff Dager, as you just told, was your top 3, but only leg 1 down.
He's coming around the middle of the infield now, underneath us. He's the only car on the move through the grid. That's Andy Murray. Qualified first in this one, so he will take his place as first place. Matthew Varra in second, Andrew Knapp in third, Max Matchler in fourth, Jeff Dager in fifth.
So I've got Ben Vincent 6th, Oliver Butnick 7th, Brian Wynn 8th, Morgan Williams was 9th, some work going on in his car, so he's not making the grid at the moment. And Matthew Lax bringing up the rear in 10th position.
That's a lonely spot, that, without someone in the middle, isn't it? It looks well far back.
I think that car is not going. It's gone back to the pit lane.
No, it's been.
Looks like it's switched
no,
off.
it's been beached yet. So I don't know what's going on with that one. Maybe.
So dropping down on 10 seconds to start A final, leg number 2, Spec class. Here we go. So off and away for A final, leg number 2. Andy Murray leads them off from pole position. Oh, huge
flying over the top
air
then.
miles there from someone further back through the field, but all eyes on the lead 2. It's Matt Varra giving chase to Andy Murray. Matt Varra made an early mistake once again, but he's got a bit of a breathing space back to 3rd and 4th, so it's Andy Murray, winner of leg number 1.
Just needs this one to take it, doesn't he?
Absolutely. And he seemed pretty confident talking to him in the interview earlier on, but obviously a long way to go. And them cars behind him very, very fast from Matt Varra. And Ben Vincent is on a move, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. 6th on the grid up to 3rd. If you want to drop back one car, you'll see Matt Varra, and that's Ben Vincent right with him in that same shot. So they are 2nd and 3rd. This is the A final, Spec class, leg number 2, here on track right now. Andy Murray pulling away at the sharp end. We'll keep an eye on that, but 2nd and 3rd are what you're watching on your screen.
Oh, we were.
So
a bit of a gap there.
Vincent just having a mistake there, so Matt Varra got some breathing space.
I'll tell you what, Varra's on the move though.
Yeah, all eyes are going to the
Absolutely.
focus now, chasing down Andy Murray. He's took 3/10 out of him on the last lap alone.
It was a 13-1 for Murray last time around. It was a 12-8 for Varra.
And another 6/10 on that lap he's taken.
That's a big chunk
Murray
of time.
leading Varra.
So it's not over yet.
Yeah, it's all gone off behind, so it's Oliver Butnick we'll keep an eye on. So he's up from 7th
little
up
nudge
to
of the
3rd.
barrier.
But all eyes on this leader.
Oh, it's so close.
World Championship. Matt Varra trying to do all he can. He knows he's got a gap behind him at the minute, so all his focus goes to that car ahead of him, which is Andy Murray, winner of leg number 1. Here they come, looking nicely this time through. Onto the straight they go. We'll keep an eye on the lap times as they go. The gap was 3/10 last time through. As you can see, it's 2/10 of a second now. Absolutely nothing in it. So there they go down the straight. Andy Murray being pushed along by Matthew Varra. These two doing battle in qualifying yesterday. It was very close between them. Andy Murray came out on top, put it on pole position for the finals. So Matt Varra got a point to prove. He wants to try and show people how fast he can be. He was up there with Andy in qualifying. So last time through, Andy Murray, new hot lap of the race on a 12.839. Pulls another 2/10 out of Matt Varra, which doesn't sound a lot, but it doubles his lead at this stage of the race.
Yeah, he's definitely got started getting his stride a little bit. He was losing quite a lot of time back to Varra. He seems to have swapped the other way a little bit at the minute. He's pulled a bit of a gap, but Varra's trying to stick his foot back down again. It was a 12.9 last time around. It's a 12.9 for Varra as well, so the gap is going to be the same.
And the best thing for Andy Murray that he can hope for is Oliver Butnick from Belgium. You can see him keep creeping into your shot. He's there in 3rd position. He's not far behind. He's took a couple of tenths out of him on the last lap, so he's trying to close in. But Matt Varra giving all the pressure to Andy Murray. Only 3 minutes down, 5 minutes remaining of this 8-minute A final, leg number 2. Traffic will be coming into play. Oh, Matt Varra just taps out there.
Mistake, yeah.
So it costs him slightly, coming through traffic nicely. Traffic being asked by the referees to move out of the way. They just move offline, move wide. Andy Murray goes through. A couple more corners and Matt Varra will go through up the inside. There he goes. So Andy Murray just pulling out a little bit of a gap, getting a bit of breathing space. And as we called, we'll keep an eye on it. Oliver Butnick not too far behind there in 3rd position. He's took another half a second out of Matt Varra on the previous lap. So don't write him off at the minute. Still not even half race distance in this leg number 2. Length of the straight covering the first 3 cars, so we're riding on board with car number 2 at the moment. Matt Varra trying to give chase to Andy Murray. Last time through, Varra's took another 4/10 out of Murray, so these two ding-dong at the sharp end.
It's down to half a second now as they come into almost half race distance. It's 4 minutes to go, so there's a good half left. A little mistake for Varra there allows Butnick to get up.
So we're still with Matt Varra, and he's, instead of going attack to Andy Murray, he's got to watch out because that car you can see right with him now on shot. Here's Oliver Butnick from Belgium right with him. Car 7 on the grid all the way up to 3rd. We've been watching his progress in this one. He's really on it. He's took another 10th out of Matt Varra, so Matt Varra does not want Oliver there in third position.
Absolutely.
He wants to shake him off. He wants to get back on after Andy Murray, because if Andy Murray takes this leg too, it's all over. Oh, Bultnick makes a mistake. That could be the breathing space that Vara is looking for.
There's not much in it. The leader, the 1, 2 and 3 are the length of the straight. They're all on it at the same time. It was 0.7 between Murray and Vara last time around. So we'll see. They're just coming over the loop now and see what the gap is this time.
Traffic will be coming into play again, but they're doing a pretty good job so far. Moved offline nicely. Matt Vara just catches a pipe there as we watch him through. So the gap, we'll check it off. It's less than a second.
It was 0.8 last time around, but it does look a little bit more than it was before.
Matt Vara's got
mistake.
Absolutely no one giving him any pressure from behind now, so all his focus can go to Andy Murray.
It's 1.3 seconds between them, so there was a lot of time lost there by Vara.
So literally just tapping the pipe, as it did cost him half a second on that one corner. 2 minutes 25 remaining.
He's back up there. He's already 1 second.
Yeah, Andy
from
Murray.
the back of Andy Murray.
Has not got to go into coast mode as yet, because Matt Vara is still pushing on for this. Matt Vara just took another 2/10 out of Murray last time through. 2 minutes remaining of this A final leg number 2. They're coming up on traffic once again. So Matt Vara still giving chase to Andy Murray. Probably want to switch to one car ahead, which is the leader. Down the straight he goes.
He's got quite a bit of traffic coming up, I think, once they clear the
White,
first
green
2 cars.
And pink car, that's the one. So that car ahead of him is traffic. That shouldn't move out of the way when the referee gives him the call.
I think they'll catch the next batch of traffic as well, so there's a couple of opportunities here for Vara.
Yeah, a minute and a half to go in this one. So the back marker being called out of the way, so Andy Murray gets through that one. Matt Vara is right there as well, so the back marker shall move aside again onto the straight. There he goes. And Vara goes through, so Vara's just closing on Murray slightly through this traffic.
He's getting there. There's another car up in front of them, and they've got 2 more. Not sure whether they'll catch the 2 up in front, but there's definitely 1 more to pass.
Another 10th of a second
lots
in the favour of Vara.
Lots closer this time around, with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go.
Brilliant drive from the back marker, so leaving these leaders to do battle on track. 13-1 for Murray, 12-9 for Vara. 2/10 a second the gap. Here they come onto the straight again. 1 minute remaining of this A final leg number 2 of the Spec class. The sun just glistening through now onto the track here at Milton Keynes. Not sure if it affects anything with the drivers, but Vara has a slight mistake there. Is that enough to cost him it? Half the length of the straight now, the gap between first and second. 45 seconds left to run. Andy Murray crosses the line. Matt Vara crosses the line. The gap is 0.7. So 35 seconds to go. This lap and probably 2 more for the leaders. Matt Vara just took 2/10 out of Andy Murray. The gap's down to half a second. Vara just catches the pipe slightly.
Oh, and again.
So that could be it. That could be enough to cost him. 20 seconds to go. I think he's too far back. If Andy Murray just stays clean.
I think he's been offline. His tyres are dirty. He's not quite hooking in the same.
This lap or 1 more lap. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Murray goes down the straight. Vara just comes onto the straight now. 5 seconds on the clock. Murray will get through.
I'm not sure Vara
might just about.
Oh, just a second to spare, I think it was.
So they're on the final lap now. Down the straight he comes to the final time. Andy Murray.
He's still pushing. Vara's still going. This will be Andy Murray for the win.
So this is Andy Murray taking leg number 2. And 2 from 2. Andy Murray is your LMP 12 2020 Spec class of racing world champion, assuming that he has no issues with tech and scrutineering. So Andy Murray being congratulated from drivers on the rostrum. Hug there from Michael Orlowski and Ollie Jeffries and Jorn Neumann. Andy Murray with half a smile on his face. We've got a gap in racing. This is Andy Murray. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations, Andy. 2020 Stock Spec World Champion. How does that feel?
The epic. Surreal. Yeah.
Let's shake your hand as well, mate.
Thank you.
Where's George?
I've no idea. I I gave him a hug and thanked him for all the work, but I've not seen him since. So he's probably fighting with the scrutineers about it being all illegal and trying to not get my motor smashed up or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be no issues with any of that. George, if you're watching or if anyone's listening and see George, send him our way. And he's been Andy's pitman for the weekend, so we'll definitely have a word with George because he deserves a big pat on the back as well, and congratulations.
I'll let him know to come up later.
He's probably gone down McDonald's to treat himself or something, knowing George, possibly.
Yeah.
Sorry, he won't be number one, is he? He's just standing on there. So it'll be Matthew Varra who'll be taking the second position, but he will be in first. Andrew Knapp, third place. Max Machler in fourth. Jeff Dacre, fifth. Ben Vincent in sixth. Oliver Butnick in seventh. Brian Wynn, eighth. Morgan Williams, ninth. And last place, Matthew Lax.
So it's dropping down towards 10 seconds to start this A final. Spec, leg number 3. Here we go. So off and away we go for A final, leg number 3. Matthew Varish has to check up slightly there. Andrew Knapp going right with him on into the side of him.
Oh, and the same two take each other out.
Coming together once again, so not sure what the referee's calling on that one. But we take all our attention to the sharp end now, which is Max Machler from Germany leading them round with a white and orange and blue car. Followed by the white and yellow, car number 6 of Ben Vincent. So you can see the change in order at the sharp end of this one, due to a bit of carnage at the sharp end through the opening lap. Remember, 7.5 minutes still to go, so lots will still change and happen.
It's Ben Vincent with the fastest lap in the early stages over the 12.8. One of just 2 people in the 12s. It is Max still leading from Ben Vincent, Matthew Lax, top 3.
So I think all the action's happening just behind this. If you want to just drop back another car coming through the middle now. Car 7, white, orange and blue underneath us. There he goes. He's running in third at the moment. And there was about 4 cars there battling for that, just as we was calling it. But 3 of them sort of coming together. Apologies about that. We was hoping for a 4-car battle to show you, but it's only down to 1. So we'll follow with Olivia Butnick at the minute. He's lapping faster than the cars ahead of him, so we'll see if we can do anything about the leaders.
It's all quite quiet everywhere else. They're all quite spaced out across the track, really, to be honest.
It's actually changed on the last lap because Ben Vincent is now taking the lead from Max Machler. So
should we pick up on the
back to that
second,
one.
So we're looking for car 6.
The one in the middle of the track underneath us now, white and yellow.
Yeah, onto the main straight.
There he goes. That's the new leader, Ben Vincent from the UK. And Max Machler is the one behind him, so the white and orange. So they've had a change in order in the last couple of laps.
So we're 2 minutes and 20 seconds into this race. We've had an absolute carnage at the beginning with Ben Vincent now come through. I think Max just had an issue as well, hitting the barrier. It's allowed car 9 to catch up a little bit. So we'll stick with our leader. Pulling away from Max at the minute. 1.9 last lap, 2 seconds this. Still not much, is it? It's not the main straight's worth of track time, is it?
No, not at all. He's having to try really hard to pull away in this one, isn't he? Max is going with him, lap to 10th quicker on the last lap. Yeah, it's about 3/4 length of the straight as we see it.
Yeah, it's not a full straight length just yet. So it only takes a little nudge of the barrier or traffic, which they will be coming up against, but I reckon it's probably another minute or so before they get up to the traffic. We've got 5 minutes of this race left.
If you want to just drop back 1 car, it's going to be to the white and orange of Max Machler, that's the one. And he's got to watch out because Olivia Butnick is catching him as well for the 2nd and 3rd spots. So we'll keep an eye on them, see if they can do anything about their leader. Still over 4 minutes remaining of this one. As we keep saying, Lots keeps changing. So leader onto the straight, there goes second that we're following. And you can just see third keep creeping into shot. Last time through, Olivia Butnick is catching this car we are following. It's just took another couple of tenths. And they're both pushing themselves along nicely, catching up with the leader. So half race distance, still 4 minutes remaining.
All right, if we pick up the cars on the main straight, that's car 10 and 3. They've been battling for the last 2 or 3 laps quite closely together, and they're much closer than anybody else. So we'll follow them for a minute. Car 10 and 3 is Matthew Lax and Andrew Knapp. They are on track together. It looks like someone wants to put a move. Oh, it's very close to that. Oh, and he's got the legs down the straight as well, hasn't he?
He certainly has.
Reeling him in.
5th and 6th they are. Very close racing though.
It's clean. Oh, it's so close. Don't wish to say anything. Oh, and there we go. So, commentator's curse. Andrew Knapp getting a little bit of a click from the barrier. Drops him back a little bit. So we actually got we're following for car 10, and then there's 3 and 9 behind there. So we might have a little battle in a few minutes' time. If we drop back 1 car again, please. We've got a little battle between 8 and 3, is it? Or 9 and 3? 9 and 3, sorry, I couldn't quite see the numbers then, if go so fast. So that's Morgan Williams and Andrew Knapp coming through the middle part of the circuit. And then we've got, what, car 6? Is that in the fight as well? No, car 6 is our leader.
He's
They're actually just about to be lapped, aren't
yeah.
they? So this might get interesting because they won't want to give an inch. There you go, very nice.
And Ben's got to watch out because Max Mackler is still catching. We recorded earlier.
Well, no problem with the traffic there,
Keep
and good with Max as well. There's a car on the straight too, and it's gone now, it's okay. Okay, so still looking quite racy.
So that's the leader, Ben Vincent, that we're watching at the moment. Max Mackler just keeps coming into shot with a white and orange car trying to catch him. What's the gap? 1.4 at the moment, but still 2 minutes remaining. So Ben Vincent, the white and yellow car coming through now that we're following. First of those 2 cars down the straight he goes. I think we best
find Max because he's starting to pull a bit of
so
time back.
Max is just a couple of cars back, so if you want to just drop back 1.
A little bit of white on the front with
one
mainly
more
orange.
White and orange, that's the one. Perfect.
So he's on the move at the minute. It was 1.2 hours, 1.3 last lap around, so he's gapped him a little bit more. We've only got a minute and a half left. There's a little bit of traffic for car 6, Ben Vincent. So it's not going to be, and it's been passed quite nicely there. So there's 2 cars traffic cars between first and second. Coming into the almost final minute. It's all very quiet around the arena. There's not much of a sound from anybody, is there? They're waiting.
All the crowds are gathering ready for the next race up. The Mod A final coming up next.
I think Max has got too much traffic in front of him to catch him. Oh, that was Butnick actually trying to take a move on Max, was it?
Yeah, he was just
it was,
right
so
in
we
on
missed
him,
that one, yeah. With 40 seconds, he's too far back there now. I think we best probably pick up our leader, which is car 6, Ben Vincent. Where is he?
Just in the middle now.
In the middle now.
Underneath us next. There he is.
Just about to go down the main straight. 30 seconds. A bit of traffic. So I think it's going to be his to lose, isn't it?
Yeah, the other guys are making mistakes trying to catch him.
Max
Ben
is
Vincent.
at least the straight behind him. It's probably this lap and the next, and that's going to be it. There's 12 seconds on the clock. It's going to be close, I think. I think this will be the last one. I don't think they'll sneak through for one more.
They'll be finishing this time for sure, won't they? So Ben Vincent coming to the line now. Takes the honours and victory. A final leg number 3. Ben Vincent tracking drive from 6 on the grid.
Had the fastest lap of the race as well with a 12.8. Marginally quicker than Max on a 12.89. But Oliver Butnick took the third place as well. 4th place, Jeff Dagger. 5th place, Matthew Lax. 6th place was Andrew Knapp. 7th was Brian Wynn. 8th was Morgan Williams. And then we had 2 retirements. Matthew Varra was out on lap 5 and Andy Murray didn't start.
So there's the overalls coming up. So this is your provisional result, pending all of tech. So hopefully these guys have no issues. So you see there Andy Murray showing 1 and 1 from legs 1 and 2, giving him the overall victory and the championship. World champion in the Spec class provisionally, and then Matt Varro will be second, Ben Vincent third.